Hello everybody and welcome to a new bonus Let's Play. This is going to be a Let's Play that I play just whenever I feel like it. Usually I'm gonna want to play it every day because I like this game so much. This is Seiken Densetsu 2, also known in America as Secret of Mana. And the reason I am playing the Japanese version of the game is because I want to show you that I've played this game so many times that I can beat it through without knowing what's going on the screen, without knowing what's being said. And oddly enough, this intro is written in English, but it doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense in English. And I have some water next to me here. So I want you to hear that awesome music. I also put up a comparison video of the two title screens before this, so if you want to go check that out, I think it's pretty awesome. The Sword of Mana. That's how I pronounce it. I think it's pronounced mana, but I'm gonna say mana because that's how I've always said it. Nice little fiery logo there. Alright, and here we have new game and continue, or load save. I'm going to start a new game, obviously, and I'm going to be naming the characters their names in Japanese. R-A-N-D, that's not a D, I. And here we go. Words in Japanese. Darkness sweeps the land, something, something. The mana fortress floated above the ground. I don't know what it's saying. I vaguely remember the story in English, but I don't remember word for word what's going on here. I don't really read the intro anymore because I've seen it so many times. Nice clouds and what looks like a moon there, and a gigantic tree in a forest, or maybe that's a meadow, I don't know. Time flows like a river and history repeats itself. I don't know. That's what it says in English. Or that's what the translation said. And here we are at the log over the waterfall. And also I have a friend that speaks Japanese, and I showed her the intro to this game, and she told me that one of these two kids' names is Bob. I'm assuming it's the blonde, the kid without the cone on his head. So here these kids are arguing about seeing something shiny at the waterfall, and this kid starts doing a little jig on a log that's obviously wet because there's water behind it. And waterfalls splash all over everything. So he falls 500 feet to the ground and survives, landing in shallow water. So here we have our main character, named Randy. Somebody's calling my name. Huh? That little upside down outlined L looking thing is kind of like our quotation marks. There's that first thing there, upside down L. I need to be able to get through here. I wonder if I can find myself a nice sword stuck in a stone. Alright. No idea what's going on. I guess that means heave ho. And a blinding light. And a ghost that is talking to me, calling me by name. And then it disappears. And we have a terrible sound effect to go along with the terrible bright light. Alright. We got our little bongo drum music going on now. I don't know what instrument that is. Alright, here we have my weapon. It is a rusty holy sword, I think is what you would translate that as. Equipment. I have a pair of coveralls. That targets enemies, lets you know what their names are. And I'm actually going to change this to my favorite style, which is this. And I'm going to change the color to dark green. Wait. There we go. Kind of confusing. Alright, and then go back to that pattern. Dark green. Okay. Now let's see what it looks like. It could be a little brighter. There we go. Oh well. That can change your control setup. But I'm not going to do that. I think you push start to get out of there. Yeah. Action grid. This is one difference between the Japanese and the American version. This grid, the squares are purple in the Japanese version, and they're more of a pink color in the American version. I'm going to select 0 there because that's all I can select. Sword levels. I can only reach level 1 with this sword right now. Stats. And also down there at the bottom, the bottom left triangle with the 0 and a bunch of other characters. It doesn't say gold there, it says lucra, which is a currency in the Mana universe. And that's everything for now. So I like to chop the bushes down and then get the little text pop up here, it's kind of funny. And step right here. And, oh, I need to cut the bushes down. Well, I already did that. And here we have our first enemy. It is a rabbite. And in the Japanese, I believe it's spelled the same way, but it's pronounced Rabbi. Ah, don't hit me. Get away from me. Alright, so those things, they have 20 hit points, and they give me 1 experience and 2 gold, I believe. Some of my stats could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with. And they have a chance to drop candy or 4 gold piece. And the candy is actually called a something drop. A dew drop. I don't remember what it's called in Japanese. Okay, so that might have been a candy. Let's see. Yes, it dropped a candy. The only time I'm ever going to be able to read that is when it's a number. And that means that it drops some kind of money. Some amount of money. So this just happens to be my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time. I like it better than the Chrono Triggers and the Final Fantasies and all those games. Donkey Kong, Mario, whatever other games you can think of. I like this game better than all of them. Not to say it doesn't have its flaws, but I believe its flaws are greatly diminished by its good things. And right here, I will get a weapon level up from killing that sprite. So we can charge our weapon up. You look at the little status bar down there. Now it says 1 of 1. And that is my charged attack with the sword. And if we go back into the weapon level screen here, we can see now that it says 1-0 next to the sword instead of 0-0. And I'm actually going to hang around out here until I get 50 gold so I can buy something at the shop, and then we're going to progress the story because I'm not going to be level grinding all that much in this game. I don't think I need to. Some people think you need to, but I believe if you play it a certain way, you don't have to level grind. So, how many of you out there have actually played this game? I don't know how many of my viewers actually were around when Super Nintendo was popular. It just said Randy reached level 2 there. So my hit points went up to 9. And one thing to note about this game is you can only have 3 enemies on the screen at one time. And I don't know if it was programmed that way because of the limitations of the Super Nintendo, or because of the downgrade from the original CD medium that they were going to use for the game. And then Nintendo decided to not go forward with the CD add-on. It was going to be with Panasonic, or I think it was Panasonic. We're going to make the CD add-on with Nintendo. And some people believe that this game, that when Nintendo pulled the rug out on the CD format, on this game, that's why Square ended up going to PlayStation when the new CD format came around. I don't have any proof for that. What am I looking for? Stats? Yeah, how much money? Okay, I need to get one more Rabite, and then I'll have enough money. I hit the wrong button. Okay. That should be enough money now. 50, yes. That's how much I wanted. Yeah, I'll go kill him too. And since there's not much, since I don't read Japanese, there's really no point in me talking to people, like just random people walking around in the town. Unless you want me to. If you or someone you know knows Japanese and wants to translate it for me, then they can have at it. But I'm going to go over here and talk to the guy in the item shop. Randy the Elder is looking for you. Sure, I want to buy something. And I already have one of these. And I want to get one of these for 50. Yes. And that is a bandana. It adds my +1 to my defense, I believe. Equipment. +2 to defense. Well, that's even better. I keep hitting that button. I keep thinking it's the run button, the Y button. It's backwards in this game. This kid says something about there's a creepy dude in the bar. So let's go see the creepy dude. Here's the creepy dude. And some people say he does look like the ghost that was over there next to the sword, but he doesn't say anything. But it's not the same guy. If you go back and look at the ghost, the back of his helmet, he has a helmet on and he looks different. But he is a Gemma Knight. And that guy's name is Gemma. Alright. And then Bob here is going to beat me up. I think his name is, I don't know, Eric or something in the US release. The little kid on the left there, his name is Tommy or Tony or something. No, the big kid's name is Tim. One of their names is Tim. Timothy or something like that. Because I remember Nintendo Capri Sun talking about that when he played the game. Because he put in his character's name as Tim. Okay, the kid's beating me up because he's blaming me for him dragging me out to the waterfall. And I picked up the sword. And apparently the sword is going to bring destruction. There's Gemma poking his head out there. And there's Bob cowering in the corner there. So, this is an unlosable battle. If you look at my little status bar down there, with the number charging up, that's my weapon charge. I have to wait until it hits 100% to do a decent amount of damage. If I don't and I hit him, it'll just do 1 or 2 points of damage. So, he keeps hitting me with Gem Missile. And I do have one piece of candy, but I'm not going to use it just in case the guy does kill me. I want to show you what happens. Gemma will actually give us a little boost. Dude, get your arms out of the way. But I think this Mantis Ant, he only has 150 hit points, I believe. Stop that. And I could charge my weapon, but I don't really want to do that. this acid breath. Oh, there we go. I killed him. See? Easy boss. I didn't even level grind to fight him. I have in the past actually leveled up to about level 5 or 6 in this city. The area over there below the waterfall. And I came in here and I think I killed the mantis ant in 1 or 2 hits. It was pretty crazy. And I got a swords orb. And Gemma decides to help me out of the hole only after I killed the mantis ant. Alright, so Timmy, or whatever his name is, goes running off crying. So, you are the dude that pulled the sword out. That's interesting. I was going to do that. But since you pulled it out, well, you need to keep it. No, I don't want to keep it. Here, Jimmy, you have it. I don't want it. I can't have it. You're the one that pulled it out. Let's go talk to a 200-year-old lady named Luca. She's at the Water Palace. I'm just making all this stuff up. This is my vague recollection of what the game says, just so you can kind of follow along with me. And this little dude here says the elder wants to see you, and Gemma runs away. So, let's go over to the elder's house. And the elder's having a meeting with all the people in the town. And they're saying, we need to kick Randy out. He caused all the monsters to come around. He's evil. He needs to leave. My hair's made out of lettuce. And the old people there look like they're about to start smooching. And you're going to have to leave, Randy. I don't like you. You smell funny and you have a giant comb over. And we don't accept people with bandanas in this town. So you're going to have to go. You can have whatever you find in the basement. The little girl. Okay, I'll take the little girl. And the bucket that has 50 gold in it. When I was younger, I always thought that this little girl right here looked like my little sister. So I gave her my little sister's name. Alright, the elder says, I raised you and you want to know the story about where you came from? Well, I've told you before, but I'll tell you again anyways. When you were young, your mom came here and she dropped you off, and your dad was a knight and he died in the Great War, and your parents left you because they didn't like you. And so, leave the town now. I just made all that up. So there's not much you can do here now. So, talk to this dude. And he says, are you ready? Yes. Have you prepared? Something like that. You are hereby banished from Potos village. Now get out of here. Begone, miscreant. And here we are. We've been banished from our hometown in the first 18 minutes of the game. This thing right here says, right to the Cannon Travel Center. And if you go and talk to the guy, he says, Gemma paid for your way if you want me to shoot you to the Water Palace. He won't actually give you a choice of where to go. But I'm going to be exploiting a silly little sequence-breaking demonstration here. I'm going to give you a sequence-breaking demonstration. And here we have a sneaky plant called a lullaby in English. It's called the bud flower in Japanese. It will attack you, and you don't even realize it's an enemy. Get out of here. And it dropped in a treasure chest. It has the, well, it dropped a bomb. But it has a chance to drop a medical herb and 16 gold. Or 16 gold. Enemies have a common drop and a rare drop. As in, I think a lot of RPGs do stuff like that. And that was a mush boom. Called a myconid in Japanese. And it can drop gold or candy. There's another lullaby or bud flower. Attack you. Alright. Get this treasure here. So that must have given me a medical herb because that's what those enemies drop. Yes, it did. I have 3 candy already. And over here is a dude named Nico, which I believe Nico is Japanese for cat. And there he is. He has his little bag on his back. And to my knowledge, this is the only time you ever encounter him in his house, in a building. No, that was sleep. Okay, so let's see. Would you like to stay or shop? Oh, no, okay. I'm getting confused. Do you need anything? Yes or no? That's just what I'm gonna say. Alright. And then if you click this one, it'll say you can stay at the inn, or if you click on this one, you can shop for things. Yeah, that's right. And then buy or sell. Let's buy. I actually want to buy... nothing from him right now. But some of the items he sells, he's the only person that sells them in the game. So let's head up here and start that sequence breaking that I was talking about. Let's kill this flower. Die flower. Haha, get it? See what I did there? Never mind. Ah! Okay, and yes, that thing does charge up faster the later on you go in the game. Alright, this here is a guy named Dyluck. He is the leader of the Empire's army, or he's a general in the army. He's not the leader of the army. So he tells me stuff, and then his soldiers say stuff to me. They're talking about the witch. They believe the witch has caused something to happen to the people in Potos. And you can't actually talk to all four of these guys. Either one of these guys I click on, they will say, "Ready, Major Dyluck," and leave. I can't make all four of them talk to me. I don't know why that is. So, from here, this is where the sequence break starts. You tell Dyluck and his buddies to go down there, but the water palace is up here where Gemma wanted us to meet him at. Don't go up there. Come back this way. And right now, the village of Potos is blocked off. I mean, not Potos. Potos is blocked off too, but the village of Pandora, which is to the south of here, is blocked off by a guard, and you can't actually get through there until you go talk to Gemma. And I'm getting poisoned like crazy right now. I need to pick up the treasure chest and squash the flower. And I got 16 gold there. So, what you can do to break the sequence is, and I don't know if you noticed this, but look at the way he walks. He kind of pauses in a little spot right here. That's because there's a sequence there that is supposed to trigger. If you talk to Gemma and to Dyluck, a sequence will trigger here. But if you only talk to one and not the other, the sequence won't trigger. So I'm going to use that to my advantage and come back later and trigger that sequence. Get out of here, Myconid. I have a list of the enemy type names, and the ones that I have Japanese translations for, I am giving them to you. Also the items they drop and things like that. Okay, so if I was to go south right there, I would go to Pandora. That's what that sign would say. But I'm going to go to the Cannon Travel Center. And now he is going to give me an option of going to one of two different places. Alright, you can either go to the Water Palace or to Gaia's Navel. I'm going to go to Gaia's Navel. And some of these names on the Cannon Travels, I might get them mixed up, so I might have to hit rewind at some instance in the game. Alright, so yeah, there's Gaia's Navel. It's called the Navel, obviously, because it goes down into the ground. So, here we are in Gaia's Navel, and we skipped over Pandora. Oops, wrong button. And actually, get out of here. I'm going to be doing a little bit more sequence breaking right here. I'm going to go down here into the underground cave here, and I'm going to buy some equipment because right now in the game, this is the place to buy some of the best equipment. But I am going to go down there in the next episode. So thanks for watching Seiken Densetsu 2 Part 1, and I will see you in the next episode.